bored. I eat the fucking thing.
No, it get this in my side.
About an hour later, I'm lying in bed. I swear to God. I'm knocking on heaven's door. I'm like, and she's blowing me, right? And I'm like, and all I could say over and over and over again was, I love you. I love you. But I don't know if you've ever done this drug. The problem is you're as hard as Chinese arithmetic, you know? But you can't come. So my prick is like a volcano at this juncture, you know? And she's blowing me for like an hour, and I'm 67 years old, so now, I mean, I'm sweating, my fucking heart is going like this, and I'm like, I feel like I'm back in fucking Nam. I says, I gotta stop this chick. I'm gonna get a fucking heart attack. You know? I gotta stop her. I started thinking, I said, wait a minute. This is as good as I've ever felt in my fucking life, you know? If I gotta die, I fucking die. That's it, I'm not stopping her, you know? And you know what? That's exactly what I want on my tombstone. That's what I want for an epitaph. I don't want that Billy O'Connor died at 9/11. Billy O'Connor died of bone cancer, eye cancer, lung cancer, brain cancer. Fuck no. I want Billy O'Connor had a massive coronary while getting blown by a bisexual flute player on fucking ecstasy. That's it. That's the way I want to go out. That's it. Let me go out like that. You know, when you get older, you don't get any smarter, but you feel compelled to give advice. I don't know what it is, we just feel like we should give advice. I mean, we don't get any smarter. And you young girls out there, here's a piece of advice for you girls. Find yourself a guy who's good in the rack. That's important. Yeah. Find yourself a guy with a few dollars in the bank. That's important. Find yourself a guy with a sense of humor. That's important. That's right. And this is the most important. Under no circumstances let those three guys meet. No matter what the fuck you do. That's fucking idea. That's fucking idea. There's another piece of advice. That's it. There's another piece of advice. Screw everything you can. Every fucking thing you can. Don't let nothing get away. That's right. I once had sex with a 6'7", 285-pound chick. Okay, yeah. For foreplay, I hit her with a fucking folding chair. I mean, this chick looked like Andrea the Giant with tits. I'm not kidding. She would have made a fucking dildo go limp, you know? Yeah, here we go, bro. I know what she could talk about was how much she hated chocolate. I ate chocolate cake, I ate chocolate cookies, I ate chocolate milk. I said, sweetheart, you're built like the front end of a dump truck. I said, look like you put mayonnaise on fucking aspirin. I said, you hate chocolate, you must fucking love vanilla. She got pissed off, she picked up my couch and left. Here's another piece of advice. I don't know what they call it now, this young generation out there. In my day, they called it a failure, you know? What do they call it? Erectile dysfunction or whatever the fuck they call it nowadays. You young guys, take my advice. You don't sit on the side of the bed and weep. I don't know what happened. It usually works. I'm not gay. Fuck that. Do what I used to do when I had a fucking fade. Shift the guilt, put it right on her. Say, what, you kidding me? You call that fucking thing a pussy? Get out of here. I see a million of those fucking things. Oh, fuck out of here. Are you kidding me? Let her sit on the side of the bed and weep. Fuck that. Oh, look at that fucking thing. I mean, I've seen some pretty pussies, the ones that look like they're fucking clams with little bits of hair on top of them. Little oysters. But you ever see the ones where the junk hangs real low? Right? They look like two veal cutlets stuck to the side of the saloon door. Shift the fucking guilt. Put it on her. Let her sit on the side of the bed. I'm not kidding, right? If the fucking thing is hairy, it looks like somebody slit a bear's throat, right?
Fuck, Billy.
But I kid this generation, I kid it, but I gotta tell you, I love this fucking generation, I love it. I mean, I gotta, you're so progressive. The only fucking critique I got is between this texting and the Twitter. Pretty soon we're gonna be fucking barking at each other, Nobody fucking talks anymore, That's true, but the one problem I really got is rhetorical questions. I can't stand rhetorical questions. You know what I'm talking about, guys? Questions that don't need an answer. Like when a chick is blowing you, and she says, do you like that? Do you want me to stop? Rhetorical questions. I was on a stage at the University of Florida about 4 years ago. And this beautiful Indian girl comes up to me, about 25 years old, and she says to me, hey, dude, you really killed it, geez, you really killed it. I said, well, thank you very much, sweetheart, let me buy you a drink, So we go over to the bar, and she starts slamming mojitos like she's going to the fucking electric chair, So after about 5 mojitos, she turns around to me and she says, dude, you shouldn't buy me drinks. I said, why not, sweetheart? You're a beautiful girl. You got a body that would stop a sermon. Why shouldn't I buy you drinks? She goes, because I'm a bitch. And I said, why are you a bitch? And then she asked a rhetorical question. She said, because I like anal. She said, but when a guy's fucking me in the ass, I feel like he's dominating me and I want to punch him in the mouth. And then she hits me with the rhetorical question. She says to me, I'm not boring you, am I? I said, bore me? No, you're not boring me. Bartender, can we get a couple of fucking mojitos over here? I mean, what the fuck is the name of this thing, right? I mean, I figure if this chick opens up like a steamed clam to a perfect fucking stranger after 5 mojitos, I get a bottle of rum in this bitch, this could be my dream girl. Right? Rhetorical questions. I'm driving down the New York State Thruway. I'm half of the bag. The chick I'm with is half of the bag. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. And she asks a rhetorical question. She says to me, if I start blowing you, will you still be able to drive? How the fuck am I supposed to answer that? No, I really wish you wouldn't blow me. I feel it's my civic responsibility to keep my hands in the 10 and 2 position and focus on my driving. I mean, what fucking man is going to say no to a fucking blowjob, right? I mean, I wouldn't even say no to a half a blowjob, provided it was the second half, right? Rhetorical fucking questions. I mean, I could be on a bomb squad. This red wire, does it go with the green wire? What's this yellow wire for? How much fucking time do we got before the whole fucking thing blows? Blows? We got time for a blowjob. There's always time for a blowjob. Many years ago, I had 2 fires in the afternoon. It was Christmas Eve. Had a few beers, went to a strip club with a buddy of mine, another fireman. We're slamming slots of Jack and fucking Heineken. After about 2 hours, we're stewed to the prick. And he suggests we're in a strip club because these chicks got bodies like mortal sin. My fucking dick, I could drive a nail with it at this point. I was young, And he suggests we go for a blowjob. I think it's the greatest idea since canned beer. So we drop into this old Buick he had, this old big Jew canoe, and we head down to the south Bronx to Hunts Point, which is the worst fucking neighborhood in New York. It's all burnt out buildings and drug addicts and fucking hookers. But it's 9:30 Christmas Eve and it's pouring fucking rain. We can't even find the fucking hooker. Finally, I see this poor misfortunate creature huddled in the doorway, and she looks like a drowned rat, you know, but she's the only one I can find. We're both drunk. So I put down the window, I said, "You working, sweetheart?" She goes, "Yeah." I said, "How much for 2 blowjobs?" She says, $30. I said, "Cool, jump in the front seat." So she's in the front seat blowing my friend, and I'm in the back seat rolling a joint. I go to hand my friend a joint. He takes it from my hand. He says to me, "You know something? You're the only guy in the world I know crazy enough to be down here at 9:30 at night in the pouring fucking rain on Christmas Eve getting a blowjob." And with this, the hooker takes his prick out of her mouth, looks at me sincerely, and says, "It's nights like this that makes me feel sorry for people less fortunate than I am." I said, "Sweetheart, you mind if I ask you a question? You're down here sucking cocks for $15 a piece in the pouring fucking rain on Christmas Eve. Who in the fuck is less fortunate?"